Please subscribe to the channel, as only 11.6% of you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, Platinum Bricks 95, and we're back again with another Lego Marvel review. First things first, it feels a bit strange to say that. In my last 3 videos have not been Lego Marvel reviews. I don't know what's going on. So I'm super happy to be getting back to the normal and actually reviewing Lego Marvel sets again. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any length of time since I started uploading again in April this year, you will know that I have reviewed the Lego Sanctum Sanctorum. Not the new big collector's one, but the original one that was part of the Lego Infinity War wave. And if you've been watching for more than 2 years, which is going to be barely any of you, because when I stopped doing YouTube, I had 12 subscribers, I think. So it won't be many of you, but I have actually reviewed the Hulkbuster that came out with from the Infinity War line. So I've already reviewed 2 of the Infinity War sets, so I figured today would be a good day to continue on with that theme. So, the set in question today is Lego set number 76103, Corvus Glaive Thresher Attack. Now, I was thinking about coming back and reviewing the Milano that was part of this wave, but I figured I'd save that for the last review because it's probably one of my favourites. And this is the one that I've probably had the most problems with over the years. So this set is obviously part of the Infinity War line, and I believe that released in 2018. I think so anyway, if not 2019. But I'm pretty sure it was 2018, and this set actually retailed for £35, and I'm positive that I paid the full amount for it. So guys, I'm so happy to finally say that I've blabbered on for way too long as per usual, and we can finally get back into reviewing a Lego Marvel set. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Let's go! So guys, here we are taking a look at the minifigures. If you don't know by now, I always start with the minifigures. However, today, there's a little bit of an exception. So guys, the first thing I actually did want to show you was obviously the Infinity Stone. Now, the cool thing about the Infinity War sets was each of them came with 1 Infinity Stone, and only one of them came with a sort of Infinity Gauntlet, and you had to get all of the sets to get all of the stones for the Gauntlet. And I know some people don't like that, but I actually really did. So yeah, this is the one you get from here, and I believe it's the Mind Stone. So guys, what I thought I'd do this set, with this set anyway, what I like to do is vary up how I show the minifigures, and I figured today I'm going to do my least favourite to my most favourite. So I'm going to start with the Outrider. Now, if you've seen any videos on the channel or any Lego Marvel reviews, you probably will have already heard my opinions on this. They are very nice minifigures, but we got way too many of them. But yeah, and again, nice use of gold. I do like the gold on this minifigure. I like the gold on all the Outriders, considering they're all the same. I actually really do like the gold the right amount. But yeah, on a whole, it's not the best minifigure. It's okay. It's okay. It's an Outrider. They're just so frequent, and that's why I don't like them. But you can see the detailing is pretty good. Now, I will just pop the head off and pop his sort of arms off so that you can see the back of him. And yeah, nice back printing, but again, pretty irrelevant when you think that like 90% of these come with an accessory that covers up their back. Pretty pointless, but again, I guess it's nice to have it. So guys, this is my 4th favourite minifigure out of the whole bunch, and it is Black Panther. Now, I may be being a bit harsh, and again, I probably would be judging this differently if it had just released, but it hasn't. It's out of retail, you can't get it anymore. So yeah, I'm basing it on that, and that's a bit unfair, I think, but it is a very, very basic Black Panther. Now, immediately, I will say, I love the fact you can see his skin around his mask, through his eye holes. I really, really do like that. I like it. It's a nice touch. And again, it's got exemplary sort of, you know, head printing. The head printing's always good on Black Panther minifigures. However, the reason it's also ranked so low is that I think the chest printing, or torso printing if you like, and back printing on the torso piece is very lackluster even compared to the one from Civil War, which came before this set. So, you know, I think it genuinely is not the best Black Panther minifigure. However, if you like Black Panther, you can disagree with me. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, for me, a bit underwhelming. So, on to the middle of the road minifigure. This is Shuri, and I do believe I'm correct when I say this is the first version of Shuri that we've ever got. Now, immediately, I absolutely love this minifigure. I love the orange. It really, really pops and stands out. And again, is accurate to the movie, is very accurate to the movie. And actually, I should add, Black Panther is accurate to the movie, so I can't take that away from him. This is very accurate to the movie, bar her leg pieces, because she wears like a full-on orange dress in the movie. Now, I will say, the Shuris the other Shuri that I've got is definitely better than this. But, for the first ever Shuri, I'm not going to knock it at all. Now, we will take a look. Her hairpiece is very good. Accurate. Very accurate, you know. And I don't know if she's got dual moulded head, but it turns out she does. And this is obviously her more stern, angry look, which I do like. But I always think of Shuri as a more sort of jovial character. Now, I also really love the detailing on this hairpiece here. You can see there's lines in it. And I really think that is a nice touch. Back printing's minimal, but nice and effective, which is very good. And I will say her accessories are, again, accurate. So you cannot complain. However, when it comes to her legs, well, I'll let her tell you.
What are those?
That's a very good question, Sherry. What are those? I mean, this is probably why she's middle of the road. If she had different legs, I'd be putting her much higher. All right then, guys. Well, on to the penultimate minifigure. It's Vision and his stupid face. I'm just kidding. I love Paul Bettany. I love Vision. But I thought that would be a fun clip to include. This minifigure is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it really is. I love the use of pink. They've nailed it. They really have nailed this minifigure. I love the cloak. Obviously, he does actually have a dual moulded head, but it's not with another face. It's just sort of a representation of what the back of his head would look like. But the front of his head is outstanding. You can see the sort of veins there, if you like. I suppose they're not veins, they're artificial, aren't they? Or just detailing then, I guess. And it's very subtle, but it works incredibly well. And obviously I love the use of this. I will say the only downside is he's got a blue stone in the middle of his head instead of a yellow one. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Now onto the torso. I mean, it's just stunning. And again, we haven't really talked about seamless with the other minifigures because it's been block colour to block colour. But this is done well. Not the most seamless in terms of transition again, but not terrible. Definitely not the worst we've seen on the channel. Now, I will give you a look at his back printing. Obviously, he doesn't have back leg printing, but he does have back printing. And yeah, well, nothing too crazy. Effective. That's the word I'd use. Effective. And that is all you can really ask for on the back of a minifigure, unless they have something specific to go on the back of their back. You can't ask for more than that. Now onto his legs. Leg printing. Can we get a hallelujah? Hallelujah? Hallelujah. Yeah, can we get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. Thank you, Mr. Bean, for that. Anyway, yes, beautiful, beautiful leg printing. Not a complaint from me. And I will say, the colour, the green they've used here, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it just works so well, and again is so accurate to the movie, which is something I bang on about a lot because it's important. That's why I talk about it, especially from sets that are based on the movies. It's important that they are accurate, and yeah, this is an incredibly accurate and incredibly good minifigure. All right then, guys, well, on to the namesake of the set. This is Corvus Glaive, and can we just take a moment to appreciate him? Yes, we will. We will take a complete moment to appreciate this minifigure. I mean, wow. Now, instantly, you know Corvus Glaive has got a weird shaped head. That I'm not just saying that, it's the truth. Watch the movie, you will see. So, in terms of his head shape, it's not the most accurate. But Corvus Glaive in the movie always has a hood up. So, they've used the hood piece here very, very well. Now, I'm going to pop his hood piece off. I'm going to pop his accessory off. But before I put it away, I'll show it to you and say, yeah, it might not be the most movie accurate, but it definitely is very, very cool. You can't argue with me. It just is very cool. However, I did want to show you, I took his hood off so that I could show you his face. Now, again, you can't get his face shape right, okay? Unless you give him an individually molded piece, you're never going to get his face shape right. But I do think they've done a good job here. Also, the red eyes are absolutely piercing. Now, he does actually come with a dual molded head, and he looks a bit more sort of nervous and pensive on that side. But again, I just think it's so good. I really do. And I absolutely love the use of this cloak, this tattered cloak. I'm pretty sure it's similar to the ones that the Dementors use in the Harry Potter sets, but I'm not complaining. I think it looks amazing. Now, I will show you his back printing first. Again, a use of gold, but a very subtle use of gold, so you won't hear any complaints from me. And I just think it's very cool. And I also love the fact that it's sort of the dark silver. His whole body is dark silver, and that is awesome. Now, onto the front of the torso. This is obviously meant to be sort of part of his cowl or his battle armor, I think, or unless this is his battle armor. I'm assuming this is meant to be part of his cowl. However, it's not the best for me. I'm going to be honest. It's not the best front of a torso I've seen, and it might even not be as good as Shuri or Vision. However, when you actually take into account what the minifigure looks like on its own and when it's complete, nothing beats it from this set, in my opinion. Now, I will say Vision is very close when it comes to second, but this is a completely unique minifigure. Like, you can't get this minifigure anywhere else. This is it. This is the only version of Corvus Glaive we've ever got. But the torso is a bit lackluster. It just is. Like I was saying, it's just a bit lackluster for me. And again, no printing on the legs, just block colour legs. The same colour as the rest of him. Now, I will put his hood back on, and I will give him his accessory or staff or weapon or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, on a whole, this is an awesome minifigure. All of the Children of Thanos are pretty much awesome. So then, guys, that was a look at the minifigures included with this set, and also a look at the Infinity Stone, which one you got with this set. However, we've looked at the Infinity Stone. We've looked at the minifigures, some good, some not so good. Now, it's time to move on to the build, and we're going there right now. All right then, guys, well, here is the build, as you can see. But what I'm going to do, before we take a look at sort of the Wakandan fortress, if you like, we will just take a look at this Thresher. So, this is obviously the actual Thresher, or Thrasher, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a Thresher because it says Thresher there. However, I've got to be honest, it's not that accurate to the movie. I mean, I don't remember them being fired like that from a sort of, I don't know what you want to call this. It's almost, it reminds me of a Beyblade, this, or like, is it a Beyblade? Or like a stomp car or something, which I suppose it is. See, look, it does fly off, and it will take out your minifigures. But I will just show you what the build is actually made of. Now, you can see it's just one Technic pin on through the middle with these lovely sort of Thresher pieces. Now, I'm assuming, and Dead Bricks, if you're watching, please let me know. I'm assuming this piece here, the sort of jagged piece, I'm assuming that's very, very common in Ninjago. It seems like a piece that will be common in Ninjago. But yeah, that's all the build is. It's essentially, it's nothing too crazy. However, this is the trigger. Now, I do actually like this. I like the fact that you can sort of stomp it, and it's not, I will say this, it's not a click pusher. It's not a stud shooter. It is actually something cool that you can play with, and it does actually work incredibly well, see? And yeah, overall, I've got to say, I actually really like it, even though it's not that accurate. It gets points for playability. So guys, we looked at the Thresher, the little stomper, or I don't know how you'd even describe that, really. But this is the main part of the build. Now, this is meant to be the Wakandan sort of fortress, I think, from the bit in the movie where Shuri, well, this is the scene in the movie where Corvus Glaive sneaks up and tries to attack Shuri and get Vision. So that's what this is meant to represent. Now, obviously, it's not going to be on that scale, and this, that, and the other. I get that it's a £35 set. So guys, I'm going to take you in for a little bit of a closer look. So guys, here we are taking a look, or a closer look, at this Lego set. Now, I apologise if this is dusty. This has been definitely built once and never been broken up, because I remember a problem that I had with this set overall, but we'll get into that in due time. Right, sticker, problem. Anyway, enough on the stickers. We do actually get some pretty cool stud shooters here. Now, obviously, with it being so high, or meant to be so high, the stud shooters do only go sort of there and don't go any higher, and do sort of only point down a little bit. Now, I do like them. I think they're cool, and they can be flimsy. But this set overall isn't that flimsy, apart from one thing, but I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, coming down here, straight away, I absolutely love the design. I love, and I'll say it again, I love the use of gold. They haven't used too much, they've used the right amount. And I do love the purples, but I will say straight away, all of the windows you can see, and these sort of bricks here, every single one of them is a sticker, so that is a bit of shame. Apologies for the dust here, as you can see my finger sweeping it away, how lovely. But yeah, good use of foliage. But if we do look here, we can see that there is a shooter of some sort. Now, I am just sort of feeling around. Oh yeah, okay, I've got it. So it does actually, it is a disc shooter, and it does work. Blimmin' heck, does it work? That went miles. Right, guys, so I am going to spin you around. I'll give you a little look from here first, so you can sort of see there is a little walkway, and you can sort of use that for a playability feature. There is room to play in, albeit not a lot. There is room to play in. But I will spin you around so you can get a look at the back. Now, in my opinion, the back is way more impressive than the front. Maybe that's just me, but it is what it is. Now, this is a closer look at the sort of walkway there. Again, not too much room for playing, but it's £35. What do you expect? Now, these are here, and obviously we've seen minifigures from the Marvel Universe use these pieces as weapons, but here, I'm pretty sure they are just used for decoration. And this is obviously the bed that Vision is meant to lay on. I am just going to take a minute and see if I can put him on there quickly. I can. So that is the bed Vision is meant to lay on, and you can see he sort of does stand up there, and if you're not trying to do it in a hurry like I am, you can make him look much better than this and get his cloak situated properly. Now, here, I will just pop her accessories off. We have Shuri's chair. So that is Shuri's chair where she's meant to sit while she's trying to take his head out, I want to say. Yeah, oh no, the stone out of his head. My bad. Now here, we have a gold piece, which is obviously, you can, let me see, put the Infinity Stone in there. They're trying to take it out of his head, but it's already out of his head. Doesn't make much sense, but it is what it is. So yeah, you can actually see the playability here, which is pretty good. Now, I want to see if that does something. It doesn't. You can have that like that or like that. Oh, okay. Okay, I've just seen. Right. So this disc here, I didn't mention it at the beginning because I didn't know what it was for. However, if I push that disc, pops Vision. That's pretty cool. I like that as a play feature. Now, throughout this review, I have said something about this set that really did annoy me. Now, no, it is not this bit. I actually think that's pretty cool, and it's a cooler way to keep it more compact if you want to. Here is the problem that I've had, okay? Thing is, I've got it working perfectly now. However, for about 2 years, it wasn't. This lever here lifts the door, okay? So you can get in and get out. And when you let it go, it does drop down. Now, 4 years, now, see, there it is. It's happened. It's officially happened on camera. I'm not going crazy. That is a real problem. That happens way more than I'd care to admit. However, I'm going to have to quickly sort this out, so bear with me. So guys, I'm going to show you it from the back. Now, as you see, when I press this lever here, the door lifts up and it slides along that gap there. However, they didn't tell me I had to be so gentle. So at the beginning, I was spamming this like this, and literally the amount of times that the lever would pop out is ridiculous. However, it doesn't seem to be doing it as much now. But honestly, the amount of times and troubles I had with this lever is beyond me. Look, there it goes again. Maybe it's just from the front and it's broken. All right, I've put it all back together again. But yeah, on a whole, that is very, very annoying, and it will be losing points in the overall score for that because it just happens so frequently, and that door is the main play feature, or one of the main play features, and it is so temperamental and annoying. All right then, guys. Well, that was my review and closer look, if you like, at Lego set number 76103, Corvus Glaive Thresher Attack. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, this review went exactly the way I was expecting it to. It had no hidden surprises, and yeah, that very, very rarely happens. There's never any point in before where I've sort of overlooked things. And yeah, okay, I overlooked this little play feature, but I would have seen it before. But what I mean is there was no surprises, and I'm so happy about that. Anyway, enough of the blabbering. We're going to get into our rating out of 10 and our pros and cons. Let's go! All right then, guys. Well, that was the review and closer look at this Lego set. And we're obviously going to get into the pros and cons. And I think today, I started on the worst minifigure, so I'm actually going to start on the best things about this set. Okay, so number one, straight away, I'm going to say this. The main pro about this set is the amount of play features you actually get. That is amazing. Like, this Thresher is amazing. That's a great play feature. The way Vision can lay on that table and pop back up, that's a great play feature. You have got some room for playability in terms of, like, you can stand minifigures on the top and up here and even up here if you wanted to, and in here. And again, there's room in the back for sort of playing. And I do like that. And again, you've got the stud shooters up here. You've got the door, which is a play feature, but will definitely be featured in the cons. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this set in terms of play features, and I think that is a really, really good thing. So, the second pro is definitely the Thresher build overall. Now, we'll get into how accurate the set is in the cons of this section, but the Thresher build itself is amazing. Now, I've got to be honest, I didn't actually think it'd work as well as it does, but it really does work. And again, I know you may not be able to see this, but it is very good. Okay, so my third and final pro, I think you'll have guessed, it's definitely got something to do with the minifigures, but I will say the final pro is definitely 3 of these minifigures are really, really good. You've obviously got the exclusive Corvus Glaive, which is still exclusive to this day. You have the exclusive Vision, which is not exclusive to this day, but it's a Vision. It was the first Vision. So again, if you got this set when you came out, you are laughing. And also Shuri. Now, again, the first version of Shuri, and it's a pretty good version. Again, shame about the feet, but she already told you about that.
What are those?
So yeah, the minifigures themselves are very good. Now, obviously, the Black Panther's a bit lackluster, and obviously, we get about 1,000 Outriders in every set. But in general, pretty good minifigures. So guys, on to the cons. Now, today I've only actually got 2 cons. They don't tie together, but we're going to start with the first one. You know what I'm going to say. It's the door. It is this door here. Look, it's done it again. It's literally broken again. So yeah, as you just saw, the door falls apart all the time. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if, you know, it didn't. Again, it's just completely popped out. I'm just giving up with it. So my second and last con is unfortunately how inaccurate this set is. Now, again, I get it. It's a £35 set, and this is meant to be the big sort of Wakandan sort of lab, if you like. They've done a good job for £35. However, it's just not accurate. It doesn't look like this. And again, the Thresher does not just sort of come from the grass, all right? And also, it's much, much bigger than this. So yeah, in terms of movie accuracy, really not great. It's a shame, actually. But enough of the pros and cons now. It's time to get into our rating out of 10. Now, as I stated earlier in the video, this has been one of the easiest sets to review ever, because it's got the same problems that I thought it had when it came out. They're still here, and it's got the same good things about it. They're still here. My opinion has not changed from the day I've had this set to now. So yeah, I know what number I'm going to give this. Now, I've had a number in mind since I basically started reviewing this set, and that number is 7 out of 10. Now, even though I think potentially this could be the worst Lego set from the Infinity War line, it's still a brilliant Lego set. It's just a shame about the door and some of the minifigures. And again, because I'm an AFOL, or AFOL, I actually like them all to be very accurate to the movies if they're based on a movie. And the fact that this isn't is a bit of a letdown. So guys, that is the end of the review. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you could like, comment and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Also, get down in the comments and let me know whether you agree with my rating and whether you've actually got this set as well, because I'd be interested to see how many of you have actually got this set. I want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Honestly, it means so much. So yeah, a big shout out to all of you. If you could check out my Instagram, it is linked down in the description below. I'm planning on being much more active on there now that I've got my photography space back. If you watched the last video, you will know that my photography space has literally been full of Lego boxes. So yeah, it's good that I finally got it back. So please go and check out my Instagram. It will be linked down in the description below. It is just photos of my Lego Marvel collection and what I'm doing in my day-to-day life, really. So if you're interested, drop me a follow. So guys, there it is. That is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to say it again. Please like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, all that's left to say is I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.